You got it home, you plugged it in, and boom, the dreaded terms of service. Only this one isn't one of those too long didn't read agreements you blindly accept just to get to the home screen. This one feels alarmingly invasive. So you do what any reasonable person living in the digital age would do. You decline. And at first, immediately turn the apps I've already paid for into locked doors. On the LG C6, at least in my experience, the terms became a gate. Agree or lose the apps. This kind of control is a first for me. It has been about a
stellar OLED TV, especially given the C-Series legacy. What I haven't been so sure about is whether it's going to be an enjoyable experience to use this TV. So, let's find out.
5Hz with an elegant flush fit gallery design. If your TV struggles with color in those bright rooms or washed out blacks when you're watching your movies, this might be the TV for you.
C6. It's SQD mini LED versus OLED, people, comparing everything from the design, connectivity, picture quality, gaming, audio, and over.
Credit to Connor, the display guy, for bringing this to my attention, and to Gamer Nexus for the reporting. Now, back to the review. Okay, first, I do not like autoplay ads with sound. I hate that. And if there's a way to shut this off on this TV, it takes too long to find it.
The bottom, which is where the sensors are. Otherwise, these G-Series TVs are an incredibly clean looking TV. Now again, if you were using that flush fit wall mount, then it would literally look like a piece of art, especially when you use the Gallery Plus content, because you can kind of
10.4 inches, a height of 38.7, and a depth of 1 inch. It does weigh about 72 pounds, so you definitely need somebody to help you throw it on the wall if that's what you're gonna do. I also wanna mention that there are 5 different sizes for that, and if you're looking for the dimensions for—
We keep seeing it. Remember when Samsung did like a rippled texture on the back of its TVs? Anyway, this TV will look amazing wall mounted as well. I'm a fan of the look. It's simple, not distracting. Let the picture be the star. That's what this TV does. So
notifications. Basically, it's what helps reduce the blue light in the content that you watch. Not only does it mean it's safer and better for your eyes, but it massively helps with reducing eye fatigue. As for the ports, well, it's got 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, 3 USBs, a LAN, and an optical out. There's a
hard slot and an SPDIF optical audio output. And just on the opposite side of those ports, you will find your power socket. So over on the LG, you get 2 USB 2 ports, 4 full specification HDMI 2.1 ports. You're also getting Ethernet
SDR. In other words, it was doing exactly what it was supposed to do without me touching a thing. Switching over to HDR was basically the same story. I measured filmmaker mode again, and grayscale and color both came in at a delta E of 2. Even Dolby View. The C6H's tandem OLED panel, which has multiple layers of OLED light emitters, 4 in total instead of just 1, generates impressively bright images.
Like an OLED TV, I mean, you just have to think about it. 8.3 million pixels, and each of them are individually LED addressable. Yeah, you can really tune in the color contrast and especially blooming. Not something you have to worry about on a TV like this. Now, LG also included their—
in most rooms, even with some ambient light. The bigger issue, again, at least for me, is the screen surface. It's more reflective.
are realistic and fine details remain sharp across the entire image. Watching documentaries, TV shows, and YouTube videos, there really wasn't a huge difference between the two. The LG produces a slightly softer, more cinematic image with excellent color balance, while TCLI
sweeps average delta E of 3.95 in SDR before calibration. Luminance sweeps, which is what I'm really interested in, not so great down in the low brightness errors where color became desaturated around the 10% stimulus.
New. Brightness is better, but not by much. And while the C6 obviously has the chops to reproduce Rec 709, I measured 89% coverage of the larger Rec 2020 gamut and 90% great. Even the ancient TCL 6 series, the LG was meant to replace, has better sound. And real quick, to avoid any confusion, the larger sizes in this series, the 77 and 83-inch models, are not the same TV I tested. Those are technically
audio. It does have a built-in 4.2 channel speaker system that pumps about 60 watts of power. It will sound better mounted to the wall just because of the way it's designed. It's got Alpha 11 AI Sound Pro and some other cool audio features, but at the end of the day, you really have to.
C8L, it delivers a substantial 240 watts of total power. The built-in surround acoustic system has been tuned in collaboration with Bang & Olufsen, with TCL using what it describes as high-end grade speakers designed to produce
for pretty much any setup. All you need to do is power them on and it will calibrate them out of the box with a built-in mic. So you can place them anywhere in your room and they will automatically set themselves up. So I've gone ahead and set the soundbar on the top of my unit here, which looks proper nice. And then I've placed the
Quality has gone through the roof, major improvements. What do you guys think? So yeah, I mean, basically any TV that's thin is only going to be able to sound so good without adding that external piece. If you're looking for an LG specific soundbar that you don't want to break the bank with, you could go with the S. Sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Obviously, this is a top tier display, so how does it do when it comes to
you get to your inputs? Oh, wait a second. What's this? Okay, it's a heart button. And I do heart an input button, so I'll probably map this thing to an input selector. And while I'm at it, I make it a mute button too, since I can short press.
To the smart TV experience. The TCL runs the official Google TV, while LG uses WebOS. Both platforms are fast and responsive and packed with features. You will find all
of these things can be a lot for the onboard processing of the TV. Also, running the operating system, you're running apps through that, so you have an operating system running plus apps on it. So it's really important to have a fast and, heavy-duty processor.
Contrast set to high. You could also set it to adaptive if you wanted. Gamma is 2.2 on both. Local dimming on the TCL has to be switched to high. That is one of the main features. I got local contrast, but I've got dynamic brightness off. If we go back, go into color saturation
appear on screen. That impacts general viewing as well. It's this compromise you have to digest with OLED. Part of what makes it so great also introduces some annoyances. But for movie viewing, the tiniest bit of motion processing
experience, they're basically off limits. That makes the value proposition of an already expensive small TV even worse. $1,700 buys you a lot of very good TVs these days, and you don't have to compromise on size to get.
Blooming is very well controlled. Compared to previous generation of mini LED, the improvements with TCL's new SQD mini LED technology are immediately noticeable. Now, unless you're specifically looking for extremely challenging scenes with tiny